Hello everyone, Lin Fengru and my partner Xu Tian. Today we're going to make a presentation about an introduction to a special issue on memory research that we got from a journal with the topic What connections can we draw between research on long-term memory and student learning? There is a rich body of literature in psychology and neuroscience on the mechanisms that underlie various forms of memory and their development. Indeed, it's difficult to directly apply this basic research to the classroom. So, the purpose of research is they attempt to redress the imbalance by highlighting the work of researchers who study memory with a view to inform educational practices like us. Exactly, it's a big topic to talk about long-term memory, but by using this figure 1 that already summarized all of the content of this introduction, we're also going to talk about this 6 research that trying to find out and connecting the function of memory and how it can be related to each other. So from the first one, research from Markan et al., they are trying to figure out how the active learning through the active control by the instructor can affect the episodic memory that can enhance student learning. Despite widespread consensus among educators that active learning leads to better outcomes than comparatively passive forms of instruction. By providing students with the opportunity to actively control what and how to learn, they found out that it can enhance their event memory and facilitate the acquisition of new concepts. For the second research, they are talking about how prior knowledge could affect memory. They explore the different ways in which existing knowledge can influence the formation, storage, and retrieval of episodic memory. This line of research could inform curriculum development by determining which grade levels or subjects it could be particularly beneficial to highlight links between material learned across different classes and from year to year. From the third research, Hasselford and College point to lifestyle factors that contribute to memory and academic performance, at least in part through their effects on hippocampal structure and function. Aerobic fitness and diet affect the hippocampal volume and predict individual differences in episodic memory. The author suggests that emphasizing aerobic fitness and nutrition may be particularly effective in childhood when hippocampal structure and function are still developing. And the fourth one, Wenger and Lofton also underscore the point that the hippocampus may be more plastic during childhood than later in life. They argue that the malleability of hippocampal structure and processing efficiency results from a mismatch between an individual's available resource and environmental demands. And next, the article by Mota and colleagues take a step towards bringing those fields closer by investigating the relation between children's academic achievement and the way they spontaneously recount their memories. Analyzing the complexity of children's naturalistic speech provides insights into memory organization and could help identify children who may need additional scaffolding in learning to read. And for the last research, Prabhakar and colleagues examined these questions, emphasizing that memory ability and the hippocampus play a critical role in retrieving and recombining details from past experiences to form a mental representation of a future event. They suggest that episodic prospection may be particularly beneficial during the school years. For example, students with more developed episodic prospection may engage in academic behaviors that they believe are likely to promote the future selves they envision, such as completing homework and studying for exams. Okay, well, we're back to figure 1. And this time we are going to explain more detail about the hippocampus, and we will see how the lifestyles and environmental factors affect the hippocampus function and also had an impact on the student academic achievement.
Hippocampus is particularly important for long-term memory. It supports the binding of relational information such as when or where an event occurred. The hippocampus is particularly sensitive by lifestyle factors which including physical activity, nutrition, and body composition. Hippocampus also operates as part of network of brain regions, which includes critical thinking, problem solving, and social behavior. Hippocampus supports learning and memory behaviors critical from day-to-day function across the lifespan and plays a particularly important role during childhood when children are developing learning strategies and are responsible for memorizing massive amounts of information. Using the structural MRI, the researchers found that children with higher aerobic fitness exhibited larger bilateral hippocampal volumes as well as superior performance on a relational memory task compared to lower fit children. The hippocampal volume and memory performance was positively connected. So, the bigger volume of hippocampus someone has, the better memory they have. The research also found that higher fit children outperform lower fit children when no study strategy was applied. However, when given a specific study strategy, lower fit children's performance improved to a point at which there were no longer significant differences between groups. This finding suggests that fitness may play the largest role in challenging learning situations in which the individual must generate his or her own study strategy and learning ability. The researchers suggest that emphasizing aerobic fitness and nutrition may be particularly effective in childhood, when hippocampal structure and function are still developing. Also, suggests that changes in school meals to reduce saturated fatty acids and added sugars may not help prevent obesity, but also positively affect learning and memory ability. The policies of restricting opportunities for physical activity during the school day in favor of extra time in the classroom contributed to an increase in rates of obesity and a decrease in aerobic fitness in school-aged children, which may actually have a negative impact on classroom performance, as lower aerobic fitness and overweight status are associated with poor scholastic achievement, and so affect the structure and function of the hippocampus. From this, we can conclude that hippocampus may be a critical factor in relationship among fitness, body composition, and academic performance. To conclude, first, this work suggests that teachers can facilitate children's learning and memory, for example, by creating opportunities for active learning or drawing on prior knowledge. Second of all, this article outlines ways in which educators may optimize interventions aiming to improve learning and school success. For example, by using episodic perspection, exercise, and challenging different students at their individual capacity. And finally, the work highlighting the strong link between brain health and bodily health provides a rationale for adjusting school start times, including physical education in the school day, improving a cafeteria food, and furthermore, teaching students about the importance of good sleep, exercise, and diet. Now, our question is, imagine if you're the school principal and you can make new policies for the school. Do you think that the hippocampus really can affect the students' performance? If yes, what kind of policy will you make to improve the students' hippocampal function? If no, why? And the second question, from the conclusion that they already draw from long-term memory research, which one do you think that more applicable for you and easier to do that help and improve students' ability to learn Chinese? So guys, this is our presentation. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.